MOMMIESTV.
Turn the microphone on Mommy's TV, baby. We're about to make it trending. Trending, trending. Trending with another time. You know what it is?
It's trending, baby.
Don't touch it, don't switch it. Stay tuned. It's trending.
All right, we are live. Well, I'm live. We are trending. Oh my goodness. So Aladdin, he's not here today. He's actually out of town. Y'all know Hustle Man. He's doing a show today. I don't even know what city he's in, but it's just me today, y'all. So actually, I just got back from Nigeria, the motherland, like 3 days ago. This is my third day back. So it's good to be back home. I had a good time today. So first of all, I want to thank our producer, Casey with DNC Radio. He's in the studio with me today. So I want this to be an interactive show today, y'all. So I want you to call in, give your perspective. We're going to be talking about life in Nigeria since I actually got to experience it firsthand. I actually got to go there instead of hearing the he say, she say of the country and, you know, all of the rumors, the negative rumors. I got to experience life in Nigeria myself. So for all of my listeners, of course, you can always comment down below. I will be reading comments, or you can actually call in the studio line 817-717-5685. Again, it's 817-717-5685. So if you have something to say, your input, if you have any questions, make sure to call in or either drop your comments down below. So the first thing I want to say, life in Nigeria. What I can say, fact versus fiction, the thing that I noticed, I never felt unsafe, not one time while I was in Nigeria. I never felt threatened by anybody. I never felt like I needed extra security around me. Like, it was a very serene feeling. The only time where I was stressed concerning Nigeria was crossing the street. And I was telling the lad, and I talked to him, of course, as soon as I got back to Dallas, I talked to a lad and I said, bros, I said, it was so stressful trying to cross the street in Lagos on the mainland. Like, I was smoking. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I stopped smoking cigarettes in 2006, but I had to smoke a cigarette while I was there because it was so like overwhelming trying to cross the street. So I can say that was the only thing stressful, truly stressful about Nigeria, but everything else, from the culture to the people to the lifestyle. And by the way, y'all, I stayed on the mainland. I stayed near Festac. That's where I was. So I wasn't on the island. I only did the island 2 days out of the whole 2 weeks I was there. So I really wanted to experience the culture, and I was able to live among the locals. And though our community was beautiful, our community was so beautiful and gated, you know, it had 24-hour security, it was gated, but I was still able to go out and, you know, live among the locals of Lagos, go out and shop, eat, experience the day-to-day life in Lagos, Nigeria. So I did achieve what I went over there. So so the next thing that I want to talk about is fact versus fiction. The welcoming of Black Americans. So what we talk about on this show is the gap between Black Americans and Africans, Nigerians specifically, since my brother is Nigerian and that's the culture I'm married into. I noticed there's a big gap here in America, but not once when I was there, like when anybody heard my accent, like they were even more welcoming of me. And I even had people hugging me saying, welcome home. not once did anybody act like they were appalled that I was a Black American in Nigeria. So that made me think, and I did a small TikTok video over there too while I was on the island, and I got to thinking. I said, so where is the divide? Because it definitely is one. There is one, but I'm like, where is it? Where is that the line of divide? Because me as an African American spending 2 weeks over there, I felt so welcomed by every single person that I interacted with which was so many people. So I want to know you guys, I want to know your opinion on this. I want to know your opinions on the divide between Black Americans and Africans. Where did it start? Where does it end? What happened? What happened between us being there and here to where there's a divide? I don't know. I wish my bro was here so we could really talk about this in between us. Maybe we can really dig into that next week. But anyway, I want to know you guys' opinion on life in Nigeria versus life in the U.S. So again, the studio line is 817-717-5685. Again, that's 817-717-5685. We are going to go on a quick music break, and then we're going to come right back with the next topic, or with the trending topic. So give me 1 second. We'll be back.
You know. You want to be dropping my money, calling me honey, whining my body, girl, you are up to something. I know you wanna ginger your body, silicone for Bobby, accent before ring, girl, you are up to something. But you don't really understand that you're beautiful, just the way you are. Baby, you don't really understand. Say now you. Yeah. You know everything goes, everywhere good, everywhere malama, everywhere still you are up to something. Yeah. You know everything goes, everywhere good, everywhere malama, everywhere still you are up to something. But you don't really understand that you're beautiful, just the way you are. Baby, you don't really understand. Say now you. Girl, I like your body, naturally something. Figure it or nothing, tension anybody. Anywhere you day, cause go pay. Make a man grace, taking dates. Girl, I like your body, naturally something. Figure it or nothing, tension anybody. Anywhere you day, cause go pay. Make a man grace, taking dates. But you don't really understand that you're beautiful, just the way you are. Baby, you don't really understand. Say now you.
All right, and we are back trending just with Tahnee today, y'all. Again, for those who are just joining, Aladdin is somewhere around the United States doing what he does best, hustling, making his money, throwing the best shows on this side of the world. So hopefully he'll be able to call in. Again, I would like you guys' opinion on life in Nigeria, since I got to experience it myself. So you can either drop a comment or call in 817-717-5685. Again, that's 817-717-5685. Someone said, good to have you back. Thank you so much. And the flight, oh my goodness. So I want to start by saying I don't like flying. Like, I'm not a person who enjoys being in the air. It just gives me anxiety. I can't wrap my head around something so big being so high in the air and there's nothing like under. There's nothing holding it there. So I was expecting to like be very uncomfortable on the plane because it was 8 hours from Dallas to London and then another 6 hours from London to Lagos. But very unexpectedly, like, it was very comfortable. I didn't even feel like I was flying. Very smooth. The plane was really big. We had drinks and we had snacks and meals, and like, I was very impressed. So I actually, internationally, it seems like the international flights are more comfortable than the domestic flight. So I wouldn't mind again. I can't wait to go on another international trip. So life in Lagos. Okay, so another thing that I noticed, the culture, of course, is completely different. But one thing I did notice, hanging out at the restaurant lounge that was in our estate, where it was jumping every single night of the week. Like, here you have certain days where certain places have crowds. Every single night, it seemed like everybody in the estate was meeting at this hotel, and it has a lounge outside. I took pictures like it was a party every single night. Ping pong. The first night I was there, I walk in the compound of the hotel, it's 2 ping pong players. People are playing ping pong. It's a suya stand, a smoothie stand. You got somebody making a soon. You got drinks being served. And I'm like, it's a Tuesday or it's a Wednesday. Like, what's going on? But literally every single night, that's where we were. So I'm like, shoot, in Rome, do like the Romans do. I was drinking too. I was drinking every night with everybody. It was so fun. Oh my goodness, y'all. It was so fun. But the culture over there when it comes to sports. So I just so happened to be there when, I guess it was the big match, the football match for my American soccer. Okay, the soccer match between Chelsea and somebody else. I don't know. I'm not a soccer fan, aka football. My daughter plays. That's as much as I know about football. My teenager plays. She's played for years. But as far as the big clubs and the big leagues when it comes to soccer, I don't know much about it. So we were in the VIP lounge watching the match. Everybody was eating. Everybody was drinking, and all of a sudden, like, people start yelling. I'm thinking a fight broke out. It sounded like World War III, and it was literally all because of what was going on with the soccer match. And I was like, okay, this is like the NFL Super Bowl times 100. Like, I noticed that the culture is so big there, and everybody was asking me, so who's your club? And I'm like, I don't know. And they was like, well, what's your favorite color? And I said blue. And they're like, oh, Chelsea, you're Chelsea. I'm like, yeah, I go Chelsea. So it was so funny, y'all. So that was what my first football match watch night party experience in Nigeria. I actually got to experience that there. And so another thing that I wanted to address concerning the food. Now, I went there thinking that everything is going to be spicy. I cook Nigerian food, but I don't eat pepe. So I make my food just with a tiny bit of spice in it. If I'm cooking for somebody else, I'll add more, of course. But me personally, I don't eat pepe like that. So I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to eat anything there. Well, I didn't know that it's primarily the pepe is based by tribe, because of course I married into the Yoruba culture. Yoruba people are known for eating spicy food. Well, Lagos is mostly Yoruba land. Well, the area that I was living for 2 weeks, I was with the Igbo people. It was all Igbo people, and their food is not as spicy. So I found that I could eat pretty much anything that I wanted except for that grilled catfish, y'all. They grilled that catfish the first night and brought it out. It looked so good, and it had the fries on top of it with the coleslaw, and I'm like, cool, I've been waiting to eat this, so I dig in and eat that catfish, and I thought I saw Jesus Christ, Mary, and the little lamb. It was so spicy. I didn't know what to do. I thought I was about to die. But besides the the catfish. But okay, I want to go back and say the next time that I had it, they let them know not so much pepper, and I was able to eat it, and it was just fine. But besides that experience, like every single thing that I ate in our community that we were staying, like with the Igbo people, I was able to eat. And one soup that I enjoyed so much that I don't eat on the regular, because again, I married into the Yoruba culture, so I cook mostly their soups, was oha soup, which is, primarily an Igbo soup. And they serve that at the hotel every single day, the hotel restaurant every day. So that's something that I was able to eat and enjoy, and it was so good. Oh my goodness, I really enjoyed the oha soup there. So yeah, so once again, my review of Nigeria. I was only in Lagos. I know Nigeria is a big country. I was only in one part, but it was just an honor, being a Black American. I felt like I was home. Like as soon as my feet hit the ground, it's like, oh my goodness, it was surreal, because I'm like, this is where my ancestors came from. For those who don't know, I actually traced my roots back to Nigeria, back to the Yoruba tribe. So, I was like, this is where I come from. And it really, it brought me to tears. Honestly, it brought me to tears. So I just soaked up the whole experience. Now, one thing I did notice, life in Nigeria versus here. We take a lot of things for granted here in the U.S. And one thing that I'm going to say, our house was very, very nice. Everything was, like I said, it's very beautiful home. Everything was very nice. But Nigeria as a whole, like, that you have to deal with concerning one thing, as an example, the lights. The lights are not consistent. They have rolling blackouts. So you're consistently having to use a generator. Well, the generator uses fuel, so you're consistently having to go every day or every other day to get fuel to fill up your generator, depending on how much that you use it. So it's your choice. If you want to go without lights all day because it's bright outside, well, you're going to be hot in the house, because no fan can be on without electricity. AC can't be on without electricity, but you're using up gas, for the generator. So you pick your battles, and we don't have to worry about that here unless it's a really bad storm that blows out something on the street and our power goes out. But like on a day-to-day basis, we don't have to worry about that. So I'm like, dang, that's something that we take for granted here, even at the hotel, or at the mall. We were at the mall, at a shopping mall, and the lights went out because NEPA don't take the lights. NEPA took the lights, but the generator kicked on in a few minutes, but everything went dark. Like, if that would happen in America, you know how many people would be complaining and leaving bad reviews on Yelp and calling the corporate office, but that's just normal life there. But everything was so beautiful. Like, I went to the island for 2 days. And I got to go to the shop. I forgot what the shopping mall there is called, on Victoria Island. But I went to the shop right there, and I got to look at all the different shops, and everything was just so upscale and beautiful. And even like the mannequins were Black. The mannequins were ethnic mannequins. They had brown skin and ethnic features, our nose, our lips. I was like, dang, everybody Black. Even the people on the money is Black. Everybody is Black over here. That was so refreshing. Every business is a Black-owned business. I was like, I just kept saying that over and over again because I was so I was so impressed with everybody being Black. And okay, one of those pictures, I did a photo shoot, by the way, over there. And one of those pictures, while we were on the island, we actually got to visit an exclusive restaurant, MC Galaxy, which, for those who don't know, he's actually a celebrity. His song Shakim, I believe, and that's the name of his restaurant. So I didn't know. He was the owner. He's very humble. He was around, and I didn't know he was the owner. I didn't know who he was, but the food was popping. Like, the place is so nice on the inside. The portions were huge, and like they even have a hookah lounge upstairs, and they have like a few hotel rooms in the actual above the restaurant. Like, it's so nice. And he was such a humble guy. So he was like, he let us take take pictures with him and everything. And so I do recommend going to his restaurant if y'all are ever on the island, Shakim Restaurant. So that was another experience. I did get to meet a celebrity while I was there. And so, yeah, again, I want to hear what y'all have to say about life in Nigeria. The studio line, 817-717-5685. Again, that's 817-717-5685. I'm going to take a little music break really quick, and then I'll be back, and we're going to talk a little bit more about my trip to Nigeria.
Final day, so me say get the pango, get the pango, get the pango, get the pango, the pango, get the pango. See that day where we dey shy, see that day where we dey shy, see that day where we dey mania, see that day where we dey mania. Since 1960, yeah. That day where we dey shy, since 1930, no. See that day where we dey shy, we dey do skeleton. You dey do your body skeleton. You dey do we dey do skeleton. Got a fake money on your body, bunny. Baby girl Pulani, you dey wine follow me. So tell me she met a Kulani, but the bar show they do, you they do Kulani. I say water, dirty pussy carter. Baby girl, you know, say that's about the bad. If you want to do, then we got the part. Baby girl, you know, we can never be a part. We dey do skeleton. You dey do your body skeleton. You dey do we dey what? We dey do skeleton. Baby, don't you know you're killing me, oh baby. Oh no, baby, don't you know you're killing me, oh baby. See that day where we dey shy.
All right, we are back, still trending, talking about life in Nigeria, my little 2-week life in Nigeria. So I'm just gisting y'all. Aladdin, he's out of town working like the hard-working man he is. So I'm just gisting y'all, just filling y'all in my about my trip. So we have a comment. Were you in the ghetto area like Mushin? No, I wasn't in the ghetto. I was in Ago. So what you say, Casey? Sorulere. That's what my producer telling me to say. Yeah, I was over there. So my area that I lived in was very, very nice. Gated community. I did go visit like that. Okay, that picture, that photo shoot where I'm in that dress, that was Apple Junction. The roundabout at Apple Junction. So that was not too far from our community in Ago. It was right up the street. So yeah, so that's where I was. But visiting my friend's husband's family, we went to, I don't think it was considered the ghetto. She said it was more like the country. So, but it wasn't as nice as where we lived, but I did not feel unsafe. Everybody was friendly. I was enjoying it. I was enjoying seeing the goats running around rampant, the chickens everywhere. It was just random goats walking around, didn't know who they belonged to, random chickens. I'm like, okay, but I really enjoyed that too. People were really friendly. We sat under the tree and talked and drank Fanta, so everything was good. So yeah, he said, well, nice one. Yeah, it was really nice. So I did want to share with y'all, we have 10 minutes left. My last adventure. And you can check my Facebook. I do have some videos on there. But when I was on the island for 2 days, I wanted to experience the beach because I wanted to get beautiful regal pictures on a horse. I said I cannot leave Africa without being on the beach on a beautiful horse. And I'm imagining my hair blowing in the wind and me posing and looking all beautiful. So we go to, my producer said I pronounce it Elegushi Beach. And on the island in Lakey, and we did the night beach because the locals said it's better going at night. So cool. So we go, we pay to get in because you got to pay by the card, then by the head to get in. So as soon as we get out, like it's a crowd of 20 people following us, trying to get us to go to their different spots on the beach, because on the beach there are like different restaurants and bars lined up. And so they followed us like literally for 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm thinking that I don't know what, I was like, is this normal? Is this supposed to, that part was a little overwhelming. I never, like I said, I did not feel unsafe at all, but that part was just overwhelming, having like 20 people crowd around you while you're trying to just walk, because they're trying to get you to go eat at their place. So anyway, after we found we didn't even find anywhere to sit down. As soon as we get on the beach and I see the water at night and it's so beautiful, and I see a horse, and they're like, oh, look, a horse is right there. And I'm like, oh, I want to ride the horse. I want to ride the horse so I can get pictures on the horse. So the man pulls up with his horse. And first of all, I noticed there's not a real saddle. There's like looks like a blanket and a rug and some ropes. I'm like, cool, I'm enjoying the culture. So I said, obviously he knows what he's doing. So he's like, get on the horse. So he bends down and tells me to step on his knee. My big old butt stepping on this man's knee. My back is bad. I got a bad spine. So I struggle, but he gets me on the horse. And so first he gets on the horse with me and we take a ride up and down the beach, but then he gets off and I'm like, okay, this is time to do my pictures on the horse, right? So I can look all pretty because it's still light from the restaurants and the moonlight, so I can still have my people take pretty pictures of me on the horse. So y'all, I get on this horse, and the owner of the horse, he was like, you drive it like a car, pull left, pull right, and he lets it go. I didn't know that he was going to let the horse go with me on it by myself. So the horse takes off running and I'm on the horse. And I didn't send Casey the pictures, but if you go on my page, you can see the post to where I'm terrified because I don't know nothing about horses. Like, I was born in Oklahoma, but I was raised in the suburbs, y'all. I moved to Dallas when I was a kid, the suburbs of Dallas. I don't know nothing about no horses. That horse took off running. I thought that I saw Jesus and my life was about to be over. It was so funny, y'all. But he got the horse back. He had to, my friend got a picture of him chasing after the horse, but he finally got it because I'm thinking the horse is about to run into the water. I didn't know what to do, but that was a funny part of me being on the beach. Do you gari? Yes, I do gari. But yeah, so that was my experience on the beach. So afterwards, we found a spot. We found a spot to sit down, and we just had some drinks. They put the table in the sand in front of the bar, and they brought our drinks out to us. And by the way, the same drinks that we pay for on the mainland are like 3 times as more on the island. And I'm like, what? And you have to pay for them to bring the tables to sit in the sand, like just a little plastic table and plastic chair. They charge you like 7,000 naira just to sit the table and the chair in the sand outside in front. So every little thing is a charge. Every little single thing is a charge. But the experience, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So when we were sitting out, the one thing that I said I was not going to leave Nigeria before doing was drinking palm wine. So it was a lady selling palm wine, fresh palm wine on the beach. We called her over. I got my whole bottle of palm wine. Nobody told me that it was more potent when it's fresh. So I'm drinking the palm wine like it's juice. So I get down to half a bottle. I couldn't even think straight, y'all. I was walking so crooked, leaving out. They had to hold me walking off the beach. I went back to the service apartment and passed out. No, we did an unedited testimonial, so I'm drunk as heck from the palm wine trying to do a testimonial about our experience, and I can't think straight, but it was so funny. But the thing about the palm wine, I was not hungover the next morning. Like, I didn't have a hangover, so that was something different. I don't know, but it was good. Like, the taste was it was nutty. It was a little sweet, but it had a little sour to it as well. But I like the nutty aftertaste. Like, I like it. People said you're supposed to add sugar, but I liked it how it was. So yeah, y'all, that was my experience in a nutshell in Lagos. Like, I can't wait to get back. I am putting together a documentary from all the footage, so be looking out for that. Thank you all for the support of Trending with Aladdin and Tahnee. We will be back next week, y'all, together. Aladdin will be back around. I don't know if I'll be in Dallas or OKC, but we'll be back on together. So thank y'all so much again for your support, rocking with us for these 2 years. Thank you for supporting DNC Radio as well. Shout out to our producer Casey for always being on time, helping us, and just doing what he does. So until next time, y'all have a beautiful holiday weekend. Take care and be safe.
Time is precious. Every second. Time like a dog. Use them well. My share